Hi guys, What's here of course. Today we're discussing the February Fortress Fortuna update. Patch notes. Je ne sais quoi. Haha, okay. So we got maintenance times. You guys can look this up when it happens. I'm not really going into this. First date, Captains, the first update of 2022 is around the corner with a solid match of new content, including ships of all sorts and colours await you. So let's check it out. Bear in mind, guys, these patch notes are preliminary, so they are subject to change potentially. So what I say here may not be the full reflection of the fully released patch notes. Some things may change. That being said, it should be a good overall summary. So first off, let's do a TLDR here, because they're not asking me, it says a good TLDR. So Italian battleships arrive in early access for new shell type to show off. Azur Lane returns for wave 3 of the calibration. Oh my god, and it's going to be interesting, that one. Cross-platform divisions. Oh, joys. Absolute joys. Beautiful. And a friends list for that thing. Plus 3 new maps. That'll be interesting to see. Dual ranked. Alright, 5 seasons of 1v1 fights. Oh, I can imagine the cheese. There's going to be so much... everyone's going to play one ship or something like that, you know. I can imagine the Turpets is going to be quite fun to use. Odin's going to be pretty good. It's going to be most likely DDs as well. It's going to be interesting to see. 1v1 right. I'm actually looking forward to that. That will be quite fun. First aircraft carrier rolls in the Bureau alongside HMS Minotaur. Well, we're assuming it's legendary carrier, but yes, I believe it's the Kaga. We'll read more into it in a minute. But yeah, that's it's bound to happen. I really hope that the RA boats can handle it, because I don't think we will be able to handle it. I think it'll be just too strong, but we'll have to see. Permanent cost decrease for some tier 6 premium ships, always good. Reduce the price, entice people to actually get them, because if they reduce prices all around the board, who would buy a lot more ships? And they'd probably make a lot more money. I'm just saying. You know, you should do some cost reductions for pretty much everything, and particularly steel. Factor of 10 reduction for steel. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea. Nothing wrong with that. But and Lunar Year Celebration brings some new content, some new Lunar Year stuff as well. So before proceeding, we have got a code that gives you 6 Regina Marina camos and 1 common crate. Really much, but I'll post that in the description below if you guys are interested in getting those extra freebies. So Italian battleships in early access. Are you brave? Because early access Italian ships are only for the courageous captains. Okay, you can get any of the 4 listed below in a dedicated Italian battleship, regular and big crates. Guarantee system is active for the big ones, big shop tricks, 1 every 20 containers. Okay, so if you're looking to whale for the containers, 20. It's quite a bit. So don't do it, guys. Early access doesn't mean they're not even premium ships. Just you know, if you feel lucky, just buy like 5, but don't get any more than that. Like, honestly, gambling is gambling. There's no need to pay for these things. You'll get them eventually, completely free. Early access, not premium ships. You don't have to pay for them. Just highlight that. Okay. All right. So we're getting the. All right. Let's see the tier 3, Dante Alighieri. There we go. The tier 4 Conti di Calvor, the tier 5 Andrea Doria, and the tier 6 Francesco Caracciolo. There we go, Caracciolo. And then the tier 7, the Vittorio Veneto. Even my brother, by the way. Yeah, so they are coming in here, and so coming in. Oh, the tier 4 Cesare is also available in big crates to further expand your forces, so that's good. New line brings a new mechanic, semi-armor piercing shells, or as known for SAP, for secondary battery guns. Okay, these new shells style heal damage or penetrating armor, and deal no damage in case of ricochets or no penetration. SAP shells do not cause fires or splash damage due to detonation on contact. They are unlikely to score citadel hits. A brief but simple explanation on SAP. Think of it, but HE, because HE detonates on impact. But think of it as a flat HE number that's similar to AP. So the HE shell hits your armor, it explodes at impact, and then it deals a set amount of damage, which is 1/6 of 1/6, I believe, is the ship penetration it can do. So if it has that number, it has that penetration value, it'll pen that value, it'll do the same amount of damage. HE shells has a chance to cause fires. SAP is you get a pen, you get a relatively high alpha strike, relatively high pen damage, but you don't get fires. It doesn't work for shatters, just simple as AP. Shatters and ricochets don't do any damage, but you can't set fires, and it's just a higher alpha. So it's consistent AP, kind of, but you're unlikely to get citadel hits. Very unlikely. It's possible. It has to literally be an exposed citadel in order to get a citadel with SAP. Anyway, we can look more into it when they actually come out. So until then, we'll have to see. Unfortunately, it's only SAP secondaries. It looks like they're testing before they actually bring main guns into it. I really hope they bring main battery guns with SAP for Venezia and the Italian battleship line. Also, no mention of the rolling smoke that the Italian battleships get in PC. They had an exhaust smoke as well, so I wonder if we're going to get that. Also, they're pretty known to be pretty darn inaccurate, so we'll have to see what's going on there. So yeah, if you're looking to expand your region of marina range of ships, don't miss out on a discount of Italian premiums. Okay, first week of update. This time, okay, an all-new cruiser, the Gloriza. While the BB Roma is coming back too, she'll be available for 750 global XP. So for people who have missed the Roma, which is quite a fun wee ship, I will link a couple of my guides to it. I've actually got quite a few guides on Roma. Quite a fun wee ship, very unappreciated, very tanky, and a barrel of fun to play. It may not be the best ship in the game, but it's a really good fun ship to play. That's for bloody sure. But yeah, that's going to be available for 750 global XP. Hey, great. So we're going to get all new cruiser, the Gloriza, which I've not really too much information about, to be honest. Azur Lane returns of Wave 3. Wait is over, reinforcements are here. The new update brings three of our collaboration with Azur Lane available from February 7th. This time the content batch includes 6 commanders with unique voiceovers, 3 ships with the same number of skins, plus a couple all new flags. Okay. The commanders are available both standalone through special crates. The commander crates include Eagle Union US Multiplier? Okay. So it'll be a carrier one. American carrier one. Sakura Empire, Japan, Azuma, Shukaku, and Yukikaze. Oh yeah. Give me Azuma. Oh yes. It's Azuma. I'm done. I'm alright, okay. I'm alright. Patchnotes done for me, I'm already happy. Northern Parliament, Soviet Union, Aurora. Well, that's pretty good. And the Sardinia Empire, Italy, Littorio. Oh, I think this will be good. I think this will be good. I'm really excited about this one. Because Azuma, I wonder what they're going to give Azuma. Like, turret traverse buff? It could use everything, really. So, I wonder what they're going to give the Azuma commander to make the Azuma shine, you know? Yeah, it's pretty ballsy, like highlighting the Azuma. It's one of the worst ships in the game, you know. So we'll have to see with that one. The ships and skins are connected to the same characters. The ships rise from the likes of Cleveland class, Multiplier, Yukikaze, which is obviously Yukikaze, and Avora. While the ships are presented by Azuma, Shukaku, and Littorio. So Littorio is a battleship, I'm pretty sure. So Littorio's skin goes with Roma. There we go. It's going to be available in the store for 750 global XP. So it's a new Italian BB commander. Are we going to get an accuracy commander as well? Or is this going to be our accuracy commander? I really hope not, because that's kind of pay to win. I really hate that, if that's true. Importantly, 2 ships are different from the prototype. Multiplier turns quicker, but shoots slower than Cleveland. Oh! AL Yukikaze differed quite a bit by betting on our main battery guns, and they traverse and reload faster. Well, our torpedoes have increased range but are slower and easier to spot. So the AL ships are actually going to be different ships, not the same. They're going to actually have different characteristics. All things Avora are available through the dedicated free bundle that includes a ship. It includes a ship with a Northern Parliament flag, with a specialist and offers commander herself as a reward. Okay, so the Avora is free? Yeah. We'll cover the news part of the collaboration in detail in an upcoming blog post. So that's as much as we know about it. We'll have to find out more in a blog post. Pride of Prussia campaign. Very good. Headliner of our latest campaign, Tier 7, German battleship, Brandenburg. It's close to the Bismarck class, but has more guns, coming of a total of 12 305mm guns, same caliber as the Alaska, Odin, and Stalingrad. So don't discount these guns. They may be German, but they're that's 12 guns, and the Brandenburg is apparently accurate on PC. It's got it's got secondaries rivaling and potentially beating Bismarck, and it has torpedoes in a similar. I think it has an Odin configuration of torpedoes as well. So that'll be interesting to see. With 100 milestones over 5 weeks, and the catch-up mechanic is enabled, that's very good. It means you can get it if you need to, and you can take your time with it, as long as you finish it within the time limit. Yeah, all these things, battleship crates, rewards, and all that. You can look all that in your meantime. Cross-platform divisions and friends lists. You no longer need to persuade your friend which console is superior just because you want them to play with you. We're introducing cross-platform divisions, of course, friend lists. Those are going to work exactly the same way you currently do. Just make your friends from the other side eligible so they can play together. Please note this feature does not cover mobile devices while that version of the game is in the testing phase. Keep an eye on the blog to stay. So, finally, I will get to play with the likes of Aaron. God, I'm trying to think of what else now. Oh, I can't think of anyone else. About it. God, I'm trying to think here. Oh, Blaymeister, Hive, Harry Yak, all these wonderful people. Chalky, yes, Chalky. Oh, there'll be so many options. I can't wait. Dueling in ranked 1v1, no carriers. 5 seasons with the ship tiers ascending each season from tier 3 to tier 7. Great prizes including steel, that's all. I doubt that. I doubt it's great prizes. Ranked is usually put for rewards. Get out there and prove you're the best duelist. Importantly, the ship type matchmaking will allow for any combination, so you can absolutely get matched with a cruiser against a battleship or a destroyer. It can be either 3. You can either try to maximize your ship's built-in proficiency and make sure you're always on top, or with a disadvantaged type, or go for a balanced survivor build that might have the answers from all. Expect details. Okay, now with these 1v1s, in order to balance out, like not just picking tons of DDs, they probably have a central cap that the battleship can actually cap, and if the DD doesn't push them, then they lose. So if that is the case and they have a central cap, that's great. But if we don't have that cap, and it's not like an epicenter mode, because 1v1 epicenter is great, but it needs to be like an epicenter based mode, otherwise it's just going to heavily favor low concealment DDs, and it'll just be DVD spam. So that'll be interesting to see. I really hope that they have a epicenter base center cap in this 1v1 ranked. Otherwise it's going to be a little bit of a DD. You know, it's not really any battleships at all, or it's kind of a, disadvantage section. Double Bureau reshuffle. Mighty HMS Minotaur powered us through the holiday updates. Now time to take her rightful place on the Bureau projects. There we go. If you already own her, you'll get 50 million credits if you finish the final project. So that's a good amount of money for those who are a little bit strapped for credits in the game. Yeah, you could definitely do that. So the project research center, you did a bid your warmest welcome to the first Bureau aircraft carrier, the humongous Tier 7. Okay, so it's not a legendary carrier. Tier 7 Kaga, central part of the Marquis Kitopitai battle group of the Japanese Navy. I hope I pronounced that right. If I haven't, please tell me. With a bigger squadron, she's certainly worth a try if you want to fill the skies of aircraft. Now, to be honest, bigger squadrons means bigger than Shikaku, but every single carrier is bigger than Shikaku's squadron, so I'll have to see. I'm not a fan of what they do to the Japanese boats. They kind of nerf them to oblivion, so it might be strong, but I think we're probably gonna tone it down. It might be a premium boat, though, so I'm probably not really interested in touching it too much. We'll have to see. Lunar Year celebrations. The Year of the Tiger is here. On the noble symbol of the turning caliber, we're introducing 2 new theme skins. Courage for the Loyang and Fury for the Huyange. And yes, Huyange is a new Pan-Asian ship. Very good. Alright, so all new premiums. All new premiums in the next section, okay? Dragon, of course, and Tiger. So we all get the previous events from a few years. So that's the Strip Club Byoko, as Zarkun calls them, or the North and Eastern and Southern Dragon. So that's the blue and the yellowy red dragons for Miyoko skins. We'll have those. I believe we'll have the New Year Yamato, Kongo, and Kamikaze. Is the kamikaze? No, was it? It's Asio. Asio. There we go. Those skins will come back, and we'll have the Hyang and the Loyang camouflages. Right. Okay. Or the new ships. It could be just a whole new ship. 2 new themed skins. Well, at least they're getting the skins. So I think it's a skin. Alright, so what else? You probably need something to use the skin with, so it's time to prepare Loyang to provide for global XP. So Loyang is available for global XP. So those who got the Friesland are probably quite happy because we don't have that available for global XP, but Loyang is. That should be coming up soon, hopefully, though. And yeah, so she'll be available for 750 global XP until March 7th, but she's going to leave the store with the arrival of the next update. Ooh, okay, so this is the limited one. Loyang's a limited one. Well, they increased the Roma as well, and the Loyang. There's plenty global XP to spend. My god. New ships on the update. Hyang is a Pan-Asian Tier 5 premium with a smoke generator, torpedo rail booster, and a couple other consumables to choose from. For now, she represents the one and only option to try a higher tier Pan-Asian cruiser. Well, we don't really have Pan-Asian cruisers besides the Tier 2, is it? I don't even sure now. So she's got 152mm guns, torpedoes, as well as a wide choice of consumables, smoke generator, sonar, torpedo booster, and defensive A. The last 3 occupy the safest spot. So you had to pick from sonar, a torpedo reel booster, or defensive AA. That's going to be a hard choice. I would probably go with sonar, but torpedo booster is quite handy, and depending on the ability of the ship, torpedo booster might be your recommended option. We'll have to see. You need to look at the ship though. We don't know how agile she is. The ship is truly flexible, so don't overlook her. Well, it's only flexible in selection, in my opinion, so far. Gloriza, Italian Tier 6 heavy cruiser of the Zara class. She boasts pretty good armour. Due to Washington Treaty limitations, she lacks torpedoes. Oh god. But has access to exhaust smoke, or defensive AA, sonar and catapult fighter, which makes her a very versatile counter cruiser. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have this though, or this, or that, or is it? So we don't know. Is it exhaust or defensive AA, which is going to go smoke, sonar and catapult? Is that together? I'm assuming it must be. Alright. Most ships will be available on parks and bundles and all that malarkey. Heart, gold, and silver ninja contest. Special bonuses for the first win of the update. Playing each ship from Tier 4 to Legendary will arrive in the form of hearts. That's a new currency. Celebrate Valentine's Day by showing your affection to legends. There we go. Love us. Following bonuses are going to make it active from February 14th to 21st. You're going to get battleship crates, promotion orders, winter big crates, 1000 global XP, and 2 Italian Navy camos. Additionally, we set the cost for all Tier 6 premiums down to 12,500. That deviates from some of them are have 15,000 doubloons. So Atlanta, Boise, Kent from USA, Japan, the Ashitaka, Germany is the Scharnhorst, and France is La Terrible and the Charlemagne. I believe that's them all, yeah. One more thing to keep an eye for the Silver and Ninja contest. Starting February 7th, send us your best screenshot from this update for a chance to win a ship of your choice. And from a selected list and a boatload of credits, patches and a special flag for all participants. We select 5 winners with your help. One overall winner, and 1 winner for each ship type category. 4 categories in total. So it looks like you have a chance to win a CV as well. That's pretty interesting. Alright, follow us on social to stay tuned. Maps, 3 new maps. Tier 6, Tier 7 and Legendary Tier battles. Islands of Ice, Shatter and Warrior's Path. Oh, okay. Islands of Ice uses a new and beautiful weather preset called the Northern Lights, or Northern Lights. Domination scenarios are added for Greece and Hotspot, both for AI and standard battles. Balance changes. I'm really interested in these balance changes, so we'll have to see here. USA Worcester, or the Worcester. Alright. Light Red Cruiser often dismissed for her performance because it didn't feel up to par. The Cleveland could achieve at Tier 7. Her popularity has continued to wane, but we thought we might just try doing something dramatic. Let's see if we've overdone it. I don't think that's a really good way of, that's a really bad way of saying, she warrants a buff. I don't think she needs a buff, but hey, her popularity is what's given her the reason for buff. So if you don't like a ship, if you want a ship to get buffed, just don't play it. Main banner reload decreased from 6 seconds to 4.6. Fire shedding Fire setting chances for HE 10 to 12%. Okay. HE shell penetration increased to 25 to 30 millimeters. Turning circle radius decreased from 750 to 740. Radar reload time decreased from 180 to 120. And shell grouping increased by 2.5. Because why not? Bear in mind this 30 millimeter buff here means it's actually 29. That's what it is basically telling me. So you have a 29% pen. That's without EOP. So basically, you don't need to spec EOP with the Whister anymore because it just has magical pen because America and I don't know. Anyway, Alaska. Finally, Alaska. Large American cruiser was getting up their performance. The decision to dial her down was made quite some time ago, but they didn't do it. We've seen any more bump in performance during the last 3 seasons arena. We attribute mostly to Alaska's accuracy, which as you can see is the target of the current nerve. It's not just her accuracy, it's her pen angles, her AP alpha, her accuracy, and her accuracy. Yeah. I said accuracy twice for a reason. Alright. Main battery shell dispersion circle increased to about 12% on average. This is less dramatic than it looks, but the biggest accuracy hit coming at shorter distances. Now, dispersion is how far your shells can miss, your area of effect. Let's just say your spread if you're firing a shotgun. It's how far it can spread. So a 12% that will help out in terms of reducing its accuracy. AP shell armor piercing decreased by 0.5. I'm assuming it's the penetration decreased by 0.5%. Not even 1%, 0.5%. Not much of an error, but okay. And shell grouping increased by 2.5. Why? Why is the shell grouping increased by 2.5? That does not make sense at all. I hope this is a typo. I really do hope this is a typo. Because a shell grouping buff to the Alaska means your shells will be closer to the center. It's a Sigma buff with 2.5. That's an accuracy buff and an accuracy debuff. I really hope that's not the true, because that's kind of stupid. It's going to buff Alaska a bit more. I know the 12% dispersion circle, but as they've said, it's not as dramatic as it looks. That 2.5% shell grouping buff is quite dramatic. That's what Nagato got in order to improve itself. Remember that? So I don't like that. I don't know why Alaska's getting a buff. So yeah. Accuracy is the target of its current nerf, but improve its shell grouping by 2.5%. Makes sense. Yeah, I really hope that's a typo. I really do. It better be a typo. Germany. Tier 6 York. Always a victim of misunderstanding, having a very popular system of Nuremberg Hyper. We've already buffed her before, yeah. And we're giving another nudge to AP in the hope of making a good choice for a few more captains. Main battle reload taken from 12 to 10, and they buffed the AP alpha from 5,500 to 6,000. Good, nicely buff. Doesn't really need it again, but people don't play it, so I don't blame them. Not a horrific buff, not bad, not too over the board. That's a good buff, that's fine. Stalingrad. Oh no. Stalingrad arrived, she started setting damage records and thankfully didn't get too high up there in average numbers, which is a good indicator considering the caliber of players that currently have her. Yes, the thing about buffing people is it's only a hard... ships tend to get buffed because a lot of good players tend to play that ship because it's got a high skill floor. Stalingrad and Maggie have high skill floors. Very hard to do well in, but when you do well in, you do really well. That's what I'm saying. It's usually captained by skilled players, whereas the people that are not as skilled, perhaps newer to the game, they will struggle with that boat. And they'll tend to not play it because they can't do well in said boat. Whereas the players who are persistent and they know how to play and they've tried to learn the way to ship, they realise the potential it has once you get past that skill ceiling. So they've looking at nerfing Stalingrad. Oh no. Alright, so that said, we're ready to try and see if those damage spikes can be tempered with a bit of a cut to our AP alpha damage, as well as give us more fighting chance to any cruisers facing out and making fires, more of a nuisance for the Soviet juggernaut. Maximum AP shell damage decreased from 8,500 to 8,000. This is not needed at all. Fire duration increased from 30 to 45 seconds. Not needed at all. Stalingrad is strong, yes, but it's 2 million global XP. That's a very high price. People have paid for this ship. I know it's not a premium, or it is a premium, but I know it's free to get technically, but people didn't pay. A lot of people paid their way to 2 million global XP. And I feel that's a really bad disservice there, because the boat's not overperforming. I don't think it's overperforming. It's a strong boat, yes, but I don't see why the Stalingrad has less alpha by nearly 1,000 than the Alaska. Alaska has 1,000 more alpha than Stalingrad with this nerf. Stalingrad is an AP focus cruiser, whereas Alaska is an AP focus cruiser with HE. Whereas Alaska's got borderline better pen angles than in Stalingrad as well. I'm not seeing really the main advantage of Stalingrad. It has slightly better pen, yes. It has more accurate guns. Well, I mean, as of this update, it should have more accurate guns, but we don't know. The shell buff increase, the shell grouping buff it gets, not sure. And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like this buff. I don't like this nerf. Sorry, I don't think it needs it. But hey, that's just me. We'll have to see how it goes. In terms of playing the ship, you're definitely gonna get burnt down a lot more. Things like Wichita will just kill you easily and so forth. So that's a bit of a problem there. I'm not happy with this. Aircraft carriers. Increased delay after attack for all dive bombers by 1 second, and decreased attack cooldown for dive bombers by 1 second. So players have more time to observe the results of their bombing run. The cooldown for attack itself remains the same. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. And then there's numerous bug fixes. Minimum speed marker for exhaust smoke no longer shows speed higher than maximum. Grade 1 camouflages fail to display the obtain marker in the store after players have purchased and improved them to higher grades. That's good. Gadget Mata's turrets now correctly for T360. Ray cases all the ship HP bar remaining in the bottomless corner after losing the ship. Okay, geysers and show commander bios have been swapped. And then there's mobile version improvements, that I'm not going to cover. Guys, long wee patch notes video. I'm going to try and segment it for you, and you can take a look what you want to see. Please let me know below what you think. What do you think what's going on? How do you think the Alaska buff, the Alaska nerf and slash buff, if that's true? And yeah, the Alaska nerf buff, the Stalingrad nerf, and the Worcester super buff. I mean, it's not as bad as Alaska, but God. Yeah, guys, let me know. And these Italian battleships are only having SAP secondaries. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I really kind of want my rolling smoke and my SAP main battery guns, you know. So not happy with that. But maybe at least they brought it out into the game, you know. And try and look at the bright side of things. Anyway, folks, as I said, have a lovely day. I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you in the update. Bye bye for now.